All right, I'm going to go look for some data. For one, where I want to live map, I care about the USDA hardiness, like, what kind of plants I can grow. So I'm going to go look for the USDA. I'm going to search for USDA hardiness. And so let's see. Actually, I'm going to come up here. I'm going to say USDA. Yeah, well, hardiness zones. That's it. That's what I'm looking for. And let's see where that takes us. Let's see, USDA plant hardiness zone map. Oh, look, it's a ArcGIS thing. Crap, it's an interactive map. What happens when I click over here? What do I get? Well, Lewiston, Idaho, go. Oh, okay. Wow, this looks like raster imagery. It's going to be where I live right around here. This isn't very helpful. I want polygon data, not raster data. I'm going to read this a little bit more. Let's see what else is on here. See if maybe I can find, so that's going to allow me to do map downloads. All right, let's check that out. Let's see how that looks. Maybe it'll give me some, wait. Click on the map below. Oh crap, it's just going to give me another DPIs or dots per square inch. That's a raster. I want vector data, points, lines, and polygons. I want some polygons. Let's see. I'm going to go back to where I was and read a little bit more. This is what's going to happen when you're looking for data. As I read this, map downloads wasn't very helpful because that was still map downloads. Use the interactive, oh, look, GIS data. GIS data can now be downloaded directly. Looks like I got to go to another place, the Prison Climate Group. All right, let's try it. Oh, here it is, the Prism Climate Group. Let's see. Good shapefile. Anytime you see shapefiles, those are good. You want shapefiles or you want features? They'll be geodatabases. Either one, geodatabases or shapefiles. CONUS is like everywhere. So I'm going to click on CONUS, and look at that. I'm getting a zipped file. You remember what we have to do with zipped files? Yeah, so if I click on that, it's going to ask me to extract all. I need to extract all and put it in a place where I want it. I've already actually done that, so I'm not going to extract it again. Okay, so what else do I want? Let's see. Well, actually, let's see how this turns out. I'm going to open up ArcPro, and it turns out I've already opened it and brought it in. And it's a bunch of polygons now, but look at that. They're polygons that were converted from a raster, which is why they have these kind of square shapes. But anyway, I've got a polygon now, and I want to figure out what my hardiness zone is. And I've got a selection tool, a little rectangle, and let's see, I'm about right in there. So let's see. So right here, all of these records, like here's all the hardiness zones, and here's, let's see, 97,161. But I selected this one area. Let's see what that looks like. It's kind of that yellowish color, so that blue is all my area selected. This is a little hack you'll learn again later, but here's your preview. Down here at the bottom it says 1 is selected out of this 97,000. So I can click right next door here, and look, it says show the selected records. So it's telling me I'm zone 7A, 0 to 5 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, I've pulled it into my map. Love it. Okay, make sure you clear your selection before you do anything. So you can see it's down in here. I got to tell you something. When I pulled this in, I'm going to show you what it looked like when I pulled it in. Let's see, where did I put it? I put it over in, like I tell you guys, put it in C, ArcGIS. All right, there it is. I pulled it in, and this is the shapefile that I pulled in right here. And that's what it would look like if you unzipped it and brought it into Pro. But I had this question, Madrona, I think you asked me. I want to change all of these features at once. And I couldn't remember at the time where to do it, but I found it. It's under symbology. And you can see over here under more. So I chose unique values rather than single symbol because, right, single symbol would give me that. Not very helpful for different zones, which are nominal data. And nominal data is unique values or single symbol. But here I've got some unique values. It's doing ID, which is wrong. We want zone. That's the attribute that it's symbolizing. And so here's all the different zones. You can click on more, and you can click Format All Symbols. Yeah. Mess around with those a little bit, but I changed my transparency based on the symbology for the zone numbers, and I made the transparency more transparent if it was a higher number or less transparent if it was a lower number. Anyway, I'm going to go back to that symbology for a minute and unclick show all other values. That's that kind of gray other, which is something that didn't get referenced or something like that. And so another thing I wanted was like I didn't have states on there. It was just like this, and I couldn't find where Lewiston was. So one of the layers that you can use is your MGIS data. And so you can click on here, add data, and navigate to your MGIS data file, which I happen to have right here. And under USA geodatabase, that's what that GDB means. There's a whole bunch of data, and in this case, I just pulled states out. And so I got a second layer. So that's 2 out of the 4 layers that you've got right now. And remember, one layer can come from the MGIS data, and one layer can come from ARC Online or the Living Atlas. But in either case, I've got something different. I came from the USDA hardiness. Maybe another item I'd like to have on my where I want to live map. I got to get out of my selection. See, right now it's a selecting. See how my let me get over here. See how my cursor is this weird thing? I'm still in my select mode. You can see that it's highlighted. To get out of it, click over here on Explore, and it moves back to the little hand. And now I can just move it around with the panning around with the little hand. Okay, so another place I want to go look is the census, because there's tons of information in the census. I want to know where high schools are, because maybe I'm a teacher and I want to live close to where there's a high school, so I need to locate high schools. So I'm going to search over here. I'm going to go to, let's see, U.S. Census, secondary schools. And I got 2020 public elementary, secondary education, finance data. That's interesting. I'm curious. And then look like there's another one, school enrollment. So all of these are Excel files. That's not going to help me. I actually need data tools and apps. Because all of these Excel tables have FIPS data, and the FIPS data requires that you join with spatial data. So that's something we're going to do in 2 weeks, and we're going to do that with census data. So we'll play around with more census data. But for right now, I put in, I searched Tiger Line because I know that's our spatial data. Just go with me on this one. But anyway, I found some already made joined data files. So you notice right here, it says these geodatabases bring together geography. So that's the Tiger Line. That's what they call them. It stands for something. But it's all the outlines of states, counties, census, and block groups. So it's the spatial data, and you join it with the attribute data. And so this is saying these geodatabases bring together geography, that's the spatial data, from the 2021 database. And that information is the American Community Survey, which is something they do in between those every 10-year census. We do an American Community Survey, and it estimates everything that's in the every 10-year census. So they have some of these that they've already joined for you, so they're ready to go. And it just so happens, look, we got secondary school districts, 26 megabytes. So I'm going to click on that and download, and it's going to look like this one right here. I've already downloaded it. So if I click on that, I want to, remember it's a zipped file, so I go ahead and I want to open it up. So I click on that one, extract all, and then I locate where I want to put it. Remember, I got it close to my C drive, and I put it right here in my ArcGIS folder. I select the folder, so there's the where it's going to go. I say extract, and boom. So now I have, see that PHM, that's the zone hardiness things. But now I have somewhere on here, oh, there it is right there. So there's my ACS, that's the American Community Survey, 2021 5-year estimates. But it has all the secondary schools, and now it kind of looks like a geodatabase, you know, that kind of weird stuff. It doesn't make any sense. However, if I go back into my ArcPro and I add my data, and then I go to where I downloaded it, so this PCC ArcGIS, and oh dear, oh no, I don't see it. Psych. It's really there. Remember, you got to hit this little refresh thing all the time, and boom, there it is. Yeah, you really did download it. So, oh my gosh, this is going to give me the all of these with these little table-looking things. Those are attribute tables. The ACS, that's a polygon right there, but I can look at all this information about secondary. Oh, look at that, computer and internet use, cute. Okay, and then I got to kind of look at, this is just part of the data, the rest of it we'll be filling in. There's a bunch of data there. But let's take a look at the attribute table. And so this is the state, and this is the census tract number, but this is all together 04075. See this? That's all together. So it's Santa Cruz Valley Union, probably high school. Yeah, exact. Oh, school districts. All right. So these are all school districts. And then, so we can go in here, and they're kind of populating. Unless I only got some of them. Okay, because it looks like I got something there. Yeah, Harney County Union High School. Oh yeah, it looks like they're populating over in here. It's just taking a while to upload all of these things. Looks like Montana came in really fast. Anyway, so now I've got another layer of information, and this is just these school districts. You could take this and join it with all those other attributes that we were looking at a little bit earlier. But in any case, we got all these school districts lined out right now. I'm going to take off my zone map so we can see this one a little bit better. Yeah, sure, just looks like we got some over here that are coming in. Anyway, so let's see, I just knocked out 3 of them. So we could go in and we could take a look now to get our 4th one. We have Arc Online Living Atlas. Let's take a look at Living Atlas. Let's see what we've got there. What might we be interested? Oh man, let's USA current wildfires. Hey, that looks interesting. Let's take a look. The date is 4/30/2020. That's the date created. Oh, modified 9/17 today. That's, oh look, it's an ESRI live feeds. Okay, let's take a look at that one. And I'm going to get rid of this attribute table. And I'm going to take off those. And we have a view of current wildfires. So maybe my other field might want to be wildfire. Maybe I want to live where there was a wildfire recently, so then my house won't burn. So this is kind of interesting. I'm not sure what the legend is. Oh, it's the size of the wild. So these kind of yellow ones are at past 24 hours. Anything up? Nothing by us, but definitely some big ones over here in the mountains. Oh, Spokane's still going. Crazy. Okay. Anyway, you got a good idea now, hopefully, for finding data. All right, now I got to get my cursor down to stop the video.